And breaking news, this is page number 187 of the Italian court order. This is revealing details of the Augusta kickbacks agreement. We are getting you details now of a note which was written by Christian Michel, where he insists that 5% cut to the family is maintained. He was willing, remember then, to compromise his kickbacks to ensure that the family gets a full 28 million kickback. Niranjan joining us live for this aspect of the story. Now, Niranjan, this is again very important. What more does the note say?
Well, I'm just going to sort of read out from the note, and just before I do, I'll just show you that page that we've accessed from the Italian court order. This is page 187. So as part of the Italian court order and the investigation that's underway, this was a note that was recovered by investigators. Now, just to tell you about this note, this is a note that was signed in Dubai between Hashke, the middleman, and Christian Michel, the two middlemen in the case of AgustaWestland dealing with the Indian Air Force. Now, this note, what essentially reveals is, there were, you'll see very closely that there are a few handwritten changes that were made on this note. Changes to an agreement here that was made on who would get how much of money once the deal went through. If you look at the changes very closely, and I'm just going to read that out because you can't see much of it. I'm just going to read out from the text to tell you what this means essentially. So the first part of the note reads, and I quote, "To whomsoever it may concern, we have had extensive discussions on Sunday, the 8th of May 2011. It's come to light that there were two agreements in place with AgustaWestland, which is where the misunderstanding has arisen." So we also have this as part of our graphics and visuals, so we'll also play that out as we speak. So one agreement, as per this note says, was for 42 million euros with the team, and the other for 28 million euros, not less than 5% of the total contract value with the family. The team here has agreed to reduce their 42 million to 30 million, while recognizing the need for the agreement of 28 million with the family to be honored in full. Now, essentially what this note tells you is, Deepti, it tells you four things. It shows you how Christian Michel, believed to be a very old hand in the Indian, the entire arms dealings in New Delhi. For many years he's been in India. He knows these Tyagi brothers very well and for a very long time. Now, what we can make out from this note is that four things can be deduced. One, Christian Michel made corrections to these agreements. I showed you those handwritten corrections that were made. So essentially this was an agreement that would tell you who in the deal would get how much of kickbacks. Christian Michel, from 42 million he's willing to forego 12 million euros, and 12 million euros is a lot of money. He's willing to let go of that kind of money to ensure family, in this context, Tyagi brothers, get their cut of 28 million euros. And I'm just going to read out the rest of what it tells you. It tells you that Christian Michel maintained that the 5% cut to the family, in this case, read Tyagi brothers, must be honored. He added that family got the entire 28 million kickback, and that deal agreement that was signed between AgustaWestland, Hashke, and the family, here in this case the Tyagi brothers, must be honored. And he said, let them get the $28 million. I'm willing to forego a few millions. Give me $30 million, but make sure that the money that we owe them, which is 5% cut, they get the entire 5% cut.